Hey, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this. And if you're one of the people who keeps coming back week after week, thank you. That means more than you know. Today, I want to talk about something a lot of us go through in silence. That moment when you're tired, not just physically tired, tired in your bones, tired in your spirit, the kind of tired where you start asking yourself, is this even worth it anymore? If you've ever felt that, stay with me, because by the end of this, I want you to feel something different. Let's start with something nobody tells you enough. Success is not a straight line. It never was. It never will be. Every person you admire, every person whose life looks like it just worked out, has a version of themselves that almost quit. A version that sat in their car or on the edge of their bed and thought about walking away from the thing they're now known for. The difference between the people who made it and the people who didn't isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's this. They kept showing up on the days it made no sense to. Think about that for a second. Not on the good days, not on the days when everything's clicking and the motivation is flowing. Anyone can show up then. I'm talking about the gray days, the forgettable Tuesdays, the mornings where your alarm goes off and every part of you wants to hit snooze and disappear back into the blanket. Those are the days that decide your life. So why do we quit? Really, why? It's rarely because the goal was wrong. It's because we expected the process to feel good the whole way through. We see the highlight reel, we see the after photo. We don't see the 1,000 ordinary hours that got someone there. Here's the truth. Discomfort is not a sign you're doing something wrong. Discomfort is usually a sign you're doing something right. Growth feels like friction because it is friction. Your muscles don't grow in comfort. They grow when you tear them down and let them rebuild stronger. Your mind works the exact same way. So, when you feel that resistance, that voice saying, "This is too hard, maybe, I'm not built for this," I need you to recognize it for what it actually is. It's not proof you should stop. It's proof you're at the edge of your comfort zone, which is the only place real change ever happens. Nobody transforms their life inside their comfort zone. Nobody. Let's talk about what actually moves the needle. Not the big dramatic decisions, not the new year, new me declarations that fade by February. I'm talking about the small, ugly, unglamorous actions that nobody claps for. Waking up 15 minutes earlier, sending the email you've been avoiding, doing one more rep when your body is begging you to stop, saying no to the thing that feels good now but costs you later. None of these moments make it into anyone's highlight reel. Nobody posts about doing the dishes before bed, so tomorrow starts clean. Nobody films themselves reading one more page of a book instead of scrolling. But here's the secret. Your life is not built in the big moments. It's built in the accumulation of 1,000 small ones. You don't need a miracle. You don't need a lightning bolt moment of transformation. You need to become the kind of person who does the small right thing over and over, especially when no one is watching, and no one would know if you didn't. That's it. That's the whole secret everyone's looking for in a book, or a seminar, or a podcast. It was never complicated. It was just never easy. Now, I know some of you listening have a history, mistakes, failed attempts, times you started something and didn't finish it. Maybe you're carrying shame about that. Maybe there's a voice in your head that says, "You've tried before and it didn't work. What makes this time different?" Let me tell you something important. Your past does not get a vote in your future unless you hand it the ballot. Every single day is a new vote for the person you're becoming. Yesterday's failures don't disqualify you from today's progress. They're not a life sentence. their data, their information about what didn't work, so you can do it differently this time. The people who succeed aren't the people who never fell down. They're the people who stopped treating falling down as proof they should stay down. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to be a beginner again. You are allowed to be proud of small progress, even if it looks nothing like where you thought you'd be by now. There is no clock running out on your comeback. So here's what I want you to do today, not tomorrow, not when things calm down. Today, I want you to do one small, uncomfortable thing that moves you toward the life you actually want. Send the message, write the first paragraph, lace up the shoes, make the call you've been avoiding. Not because it'll fix everything overnight, it won't. But because that one action is a vote, and every vote adds up, and one day, maybe not this month, maybe not this year, you're going to look back and realize that the person you became was built right here in moments just like this one. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step, so take it. That's it for today. If this hit you the way I hope it did, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and I'll see you next time. Keep going. The fire doesn't go out unless you let it.